I think he was a very friendly guy. When we went for that society, he was one of the friendly people, and he offered me a chair when I got there.
My name is Kahleko. Welcome to Show Me God Ministries platform. The series, The Story Behind. In today's episode, we are joined by a power couple. Their story will testify that true love can survive anything. Welcome, Mr and Mrs Mpeta, to Show Me God Ministries platform, the series, The Story Behind. May you kindly introduce yourselves to the viewers, your names, where you're staying, and also the career paths that you're taking.
You can start.
Okay, my name is Mr Mpeta.
Okay.
And I'm wife to Gabriel Innocent Mpeta. I'm a chemical engineer by profession. I'm currently lecturing at Chinhoe University of Technology, and we live in Chinhoe.
Okay. At least name has been introduced. I'm Gabriel Innocent Mpeta. By education, I did computer science, and by profession now, I'm a lecturer at Chinhoe University of Technology in the School of Art and Design. Mm-hmm. But I also love farming and maybe consultancy. So the formal work would be a lecturer, but I'm also into consultancy and farming.
Okay, we have lecturers today. It's going to be interesting, I'm sure. All right, thank you so much for joining us today. I would like to ask, how did you meet? Where did all this start?
I think she can start.
Okay, again.
Yes, again. Because the story starts with you.
Okay.
And then I get into the picture later.
Okay, it started in the year 2006. Mm-hmm. That was a long time ago. 2006, we were at NAST in Bulawayo. That's where we were studying. I was doing my first year, and
my second.
He was doing his second year. Okay. And yeah, we met by the association. There's a students' association. It's called Adventist Association. Society, yeah. And that's when we met. We were just friends there. I think the very first day that we met, or that he noticed me, he can tell us about it.
Okay.
I think she says we met at Association of Society. I think that's the correct name for the NAST association. It's called NAST Adventist Society. I think the first time that we met, it didn't click. I didn't recognize it. But I think it was after a day or two that she then greeted me, and I was curious to know who is this lady. Then I started to do my research, and then I realized that no, we're attending society together. I think that's how we met, at least on my part. But on her part, I think we met while we were attending society.
Okay, so Innocent, I'm sure she's not the only lady who greeted you there. So maybe explain to us, what did you see in that greeting?
Of course, there were ladies that greeted me, but most of the ladies, I knew them. Okay. But for her, I didn't know. And of course, when she greeted me, I realized and noticed that she was beautiful. But I was curious to say, I don't know this face. I don't know this person. They are beautiful. They are greeting me. And I was curious to know who really is this person.
Okay. powerful. This is interesting. So Miranda, may you explain to us, why did you greet him?
I think he was a very friendly guy. Mm. When we went for that society, he was one of the friendly people, and he offered me a chair when I got there. And so guys out there, don't make use of every opportunity you get to be a gentleman to a lady that you meet, because you might never know where to end. Because that's what happened. He offered me a chair, and then I just thought, this guy is very friendly. He's very sociable. And yeah, he used to smile a lot. So yeah, that's how I got to notice him at the society.
All right. Okay. So we have a fine gentleman here, acting like a gentleman.
It came naturally.
Wow.
Not acting. It was natural.
It was natural. Yeah. Wow. This is something I'm getting somewhere. Okay, so what happened next?
I think after my curiosity was answered to say, no, we attend society together. I think I made the effort at least to be reciprocating the greetings, and we naturally just clicked.
Yeah, just became friends.
Yeah, just became friends.
And apparently I was having difficulties in one of the modules, programming, computer programming. And he was studying computer science. So yeah, as we were just doing the chatting, as we were talking about the studies, I then told him that I was having some challenges with computer programming. And then he offered to help me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess also besides maybe the course, we had almost similar interests.
Yeah.
I think we were meeting at choir.
Yeah,
besides society. So outside society, there was a choir which was there that we also met. So it was the choir, and then issues to do with books.
Okay. So I would like to pose this question to the both of you. Let's say at choir, for example, how are you handling seeing this lady? You have to concentrate with singing. Were you really concentrating?
Very much.
Really?
Even with teaching each other. Because if there was no concentration, I think the teaching would have been disaster.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's one thing that we were able to do.
Okay.
To separate social time, play time with schoolwork. Wow. I don't think we affected each other on any of the courses that we did since she was part one until she finished.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
That's a powerful point there, being able to separate pleasure and work. When it's time to be serious, you're serious, and when it's time to laugh, we are laughing. That's a very powerful insight there. Thank you for that. All right. So we have friends here, Amanda and Innocent. What happened next?
What happened next is that as we were getting to know each other, we realized that we liked each other.
And we had so many things in common.
Yeah, we had a lot of things in common. And we also formed some common friends together, because we never used to meet just the two of us. But we had some common friends like Adventist Mpeta, Tumsani Lolo. So we had some common friends that we met with during the choir practice and even afterwards. So it was like a circle of friends. And then, we used to visit each other, and we just talked also after school, accompany each other home. Yeah, that's what used to happen. So it was like we had quite some time of friendship. And then he then asked me out.
That part. I was waiting for that one. Tell us more about that.
I think it was a process.
I can see.
It was a long process.
It was a long process. I think I'm trying to remember. I think as we're getting maybe towards the proposing, I think one thing that I always used to do was to pray. I would always pray when I had interest in someone. I would pray, say, God, I think I like this girl, and I think I'm going to propose this week, or whatever time period I thought was necessary between the prayer and then proposing. So I think there were times when we would go out. I think we only went out once or twice, like to have dinner or something of that sort. And then after that, I think there were just times that I then had to just pick up the guts and say how I felt. I did it once. There was a 10 down. Then I think the second time, I think that was when she agreed, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So it was along those lines.
So it was how long after the friendship that you had created?
I think our friendship developed quite fast. I think it was quite fast, but I think it was this within the same semester. Yeah, it was within the same semester when the semester was towards the end. Yeah, so we can say 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So we have 3 to 4 months of friendship. Thereafter, we now have something bigger. A relationship.
A friend. Very.
Okay. So maybe take us through the relationship. How did it go? Enlighten why you said yes to Innocent. Was he too innocent?
Okay. I have always had a list that I had. I had a list of qualities that I wanted in a husband. So that list, I developed it when I was in high school. And our mother used to teach us that you're supposed to pray for your future husband from around grade 7. In as much as you're not yet in a relationship, they used to say that you're supposed to pray for your future husband. So that's what I used to do. And I had a list that I had in this small diary of mine. And yeah, there were quite a number of character traits that I wanted. And also the physical qualities as well. They were also big. And he was qualifying for most of them, except that he was not very dark. I wanted a dark guy. Okay. And very tall, like the basketball kind of. So I wanted someone who was very tall and also dark. So that's where he was falling short. But the important ones, to be honest, he was not falling short. I wanted someone who, maybe some of the character traits that I wanted, that I could share, that I still remember. I wanted someone who was God-fearing. I wanted someone who was also very serious about spiritual matters. And I wanted someone who would respect me and someone who's also respectful to his parents. And yeah, a whole lot of qualities that I wanted in a guy. And yeah, amongst the things, I also wanted someone who would make me laugh. So yeah, during the time of friendship, I could actually see some of those things. So when he proposed the first time, the reason why I said no was that I hadn't really prayed about it, because I never really thought he had that much interest in me since we were just friends. So I started praying about it, but the more I prayed about it, I just got this peace in my heart.
Wow.
So I just felt that I think God is telling me to move on. Then the second time I said yes, because I had this peace in my heart that it's okay, everything is fine. So there's some qualities that I compromised which were not important to me because the character is far much more important than the physical qualities that you see with your eyes.
Powerful. He's smiling. That's a beautiful story. I like the issue of having a list. That is a powerful point because us as youth, sometimes we just have love at first sight, but without any guidelines. So I appreciate that you highlighted the issue of having a list, the issue of praying, consulting God first. And indeed, we have you here. Beautiful stuff. So are there any challenges that you faced within the relationship?
Yeah, we once had a challenge of distance. When he finished college, he went to Malawi and I was in Zimbabwe. During our time, there was no WhatsApp. So it was mostly phone calls, SMS,
or chats.
G-Talk.
Yeah,
that's G-Talk. Yeah, but with this online communication, at times you just want to see the person and you just want to talk. Some of the things that will be in your heart, you don't want to text because you can't really attach an emotion to a text. So distance was one of the challenges that we faced.
Innocent?
I'm trying to think of any challenges that we say we faced. Maybe I would say the transitioning. Normally when you get into a relationship, the first months, first weeks, it's normally just smooth sailing. You are in a bubble. Then also I think what naturally happens at that period in time is I think the ladies normally are just laid back. They are just at least seeing how things are rolling out. They are trying to understand you better. So they really then put forth what they want or what they really desire. So the time when the lady is now grounded and they are now coming out
coming out of the
coming out of that bubble. Yeah, I think for me that was one of the challenging times because I was like, but we used to be doing these things, we would always just say, let's go out. We would go, but then if it's an area that she is now not comfortable going, say, I know I'm not comfortable going there, or I'm not comfortable maybe
attending church with you.
Attending church,
at your church.
So it then becomes just, but where are all these things now coming from? We used to just attend church together. We used to always maybe attend if it's a function that's there, maybe it's a family program, whatever. So someone is now refusing. For me, I think that was one of the difficult times where she was now able to express herself freely and also be in a position where she wants to say, what about if we try this? Let's try that. And I was used to then being the one who was just initiating.
Okay. Wow, interesting. So the issue of distance and the transition.
The transitions, within
the blooming of the relationship. Maybe you would like to assist us, take us through how you managed to mitigate those two challenges.
With distance, I think it was just a matter of then closing the distance.
There's no way.
There's no way. I think it didn't work out as we had thought in Malawi, so I had to come back. So the distance one was solved that way.
I was very happy. Not that you didn't get a job, but I was happy that at least you're back in Zimbabwe and we can visit each other. So at times God closes certain doors for the sake of other better things in our lives.
Amen.
If he had gotten the job in Malawi, then maybe the relationship would suffer from that strain due to distance.
Okay. Just an interlude question. Do you guys sleep?
Sleep.
Yeah, just sleep. Close your eyes and sleep.
Yeah, we do.
The reason why I'm asking is because you guys are finding it very difficult not to look at each other.
We sleep very peacefully.
We sleep peacefully. Yeah.
It's a beautiful gesture. I like that. Okay, so we now have a relationship. Challenges have been mitigated. What happened next?
Yeah, we dated for quite a long time.
Okay.
Courting. Yeah, we were in courtship for quite a long time. Because we started in 2006. And then we got married in 2011.
Okay.
Because he had to wait for me to finish school. I was doing a 5-year course.
Okay.
So that was a long time. And then we got the traditional marriage in 2011. And then the white wedding in 2012 in June. Yeah. Yeah, I think we remember the dates, and the anniversary is on the 17th of June. This year it's been how many years? 2012 to 10 years.
10 years.
And for the love from 2006, it was on the 5th of December.
December.
Yes. So yeah, we celebrate that one more than the wedding anniversary.
Okay.
Because like the wedding anniversary, it's like you do it for other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the relationship itself, we celebrate its inception more than the wedding anniversary. So yeah, most of the time we say that our anniversary is on the 5th of December. Yeah. So we wedded in 2012. And then, we started living together then in 2012, June, in Harare. That's where both of us were working, in Harare.
Wow. Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. I'm sure the ladies would like to know, does Innocent remember old Thursdays?
Yes, he does.
Powerful.
He does.
Lovely. Because most guys will actually forget about these important dates. We'll be asking, what's the day today? They're like, oh, come on. It's the 5th of December. They're like, what? So, okay. Anything else?
Yeah, that happens.
Wow. Thank you, Innocent. I'm sure the guys are there taking down some notes. Okay, so now that you are married, are there best memories that you remember within your marriage, or some things that you just appreciate every day?
Within the marriage?
Yes.
I think for me, in as much as the marriage is very important,
Yes.
memories draw as far as the courtship. Because the courtship period was a period where we sort of like created a certain way of doing things or living. So the things that we were enjoying in courtship are the things that we also then try to do in marriage. I think during our courtship, we would always go for camps, would always attend functions, we always visited people together. And those are the very same things that we also now enjoy, where we take time to go out, not just maybe spiritual camps, but we go out in nature for holidays. We visit friends, we visit family. And even within our marriage, I think especially the first few years, we would always take time to visit those friends that we mentioned that we had while we were at college. We go there for a sleepover, then they in return will come and visit. So so those form a big part of our memorable times.
Beautiful. So
maybe something else is that during the time that we were courting, we also got an opportunity to work together in different capacities, but we were in the same executive committee for the society.
Beautiful.
So it was also an opportunity maybe to see if we are able to work together, as I also maintain my individuality. Because at times we would have some instances where we do not agree to the same thing. Maybe there's a decision that the committee needs to make, and maybe during the voting, my hand is down and his is up.
Okay.
So I got to see that, okay, he doesn't take any offense when we have got different opinions, as long as they do not violate principle. At least we can have that individuality as two different human beings.
I think we also worked together in running our own business while we were courting.
Beautiful
so
stuff.
we were trying out different things, selling of airtime, perfumes. So that I think it covered a good portion of our time, just trying out things together.
And we also did some voluntary work as well. There was a feeding program that used to run at Queen Elizabeth Children's Home on Sundays, and would go and cook for the homeless, and then we'd go and distribute the food. And we used to enjoy it a lot. We did it with some friends from church. So it was also an opportunity to see certain character traits of your future spouse.
Wow.
Because at times you do not really know a person and how they react to certain situations unless you see them in that situation. So I think it was also a good opportunity for us. And even now we still do it, even with our children. They also enjoy it, cooking with us and then going to distribute the food. It helps them a lot as well.
Wow, this is amazing and quite encouraging. So we are saying that from the courtship period up to marriage, the activities that we're actually doing, they were preparatory for marriage.
Yes.
I appreciate that, because most of the youths out there, they're not taking this seriously. That courtship is mandated or envisioning for marriage. And I also appreciate Innocent still organizing dates. Even within marriage. I'm sure Miranda actually appreciates that. I do hope you say thank you a lot of times. All right, beautiful. So are there any challenges that you have been facing within the marriage institution?
Within marriage.
I like that.
I think we had a fair share of trying to chisel each other before marriage. Such that most of the things that we didn't agree to, we chiseled each other out when we were still courting. Because maybe there were certain things that we didn't agree on as individuals, but then we found a way of maybe reaching a compromise, something like that, before marriage.
And I think the other thing that also helped us is to say we had an attitude where we believed that prior to marriage, we need to change as much as it's possible. We realized the fact that we were not perfect, and we needed God to at least help us to change for the best. So I think the years of courtship really helped us to iron out personal issues and also issues as a couple. That in marriage, we can't really say
there's
a challenge. Maybe especially challenge that's self-induced. Maybe the challenge that we can talk about is to say at times maybe the economy is hard.
Economy.
Amazing.
Maybe the economy is hard. Besides that, we can't really think of challenge that we could say we are facing or we are faced within the marriage.
Okay.
I think it is just God's grace.
Amen.
That He has seen us through the courtship, and He has helped us to learn from each other and also from other couples, from His Word. Because one thing that I appreciate about Innocent is that he's someone who is willing to learn, and he doesn't say that he knows it all. So during our courtship and our marriage, we just say to each other, we need to be the best partner for your partner, such that everyone is doing their best in their capacity, and the other one is also doing their best in their capacity.
Okay. So it's 100%.
Give your all.
Give your all. Powerful.
You can.
Are there any advice that you'd like to give to the youths and also other married couples out there? Any words of advice?
It can turn into a lecture. Maybe the highlights would be, I think, prayer. Prayer works. A person needs to know what they are looking for in a partner before they commit to end relationship. I think there's also, maybe the last point that we had shared, just say one needs to put themselves in a position where they are willing to change. I think most marriages fail or relationships fail because someone gets into a relationship telling themselves that they are perfect and they need to be changing the other person. Yet it's supposed to be me changing myself and the other also changing themselves. Of course, with the help of God, to say, I change, with the help of God, the other person changes with the help of God. I think with that, it then works out better in marriage.
Thank you.
Okay, I think putting God first in everything that you do as a couple, you see that God will sustain your relationship, and God will see you through the marriage as well. Some may say that you are doing it the old-fashioned way. There may be some of the things that we did mention, that our relationship was in the open. Everyone knew that we were courting, even on campus. There was actually one person who then followed us to say, I was curious to know what happened to that couple. And then when they got to know that we were married, they were very happy. So it was actually in the open. And if you just do everything in the open, there are also less temptations for you as the youths. And also, if you are putting God first, God will definitely see you through the whole process.
And maybe another point is I've come to realize that these days most people don't believe that there is someone out there who is well matched, if I can put it that way. So what we need to believe is the fact that God cares for us, and we cannot be like Elijah, who says all the other prophets are dead. They are not dead. There is someone out there who God is molding to become the best suited. They may not be the perfect, but the best suited person for you. So in as much as people may want to say, hey, I'm a 2000s, not everyone is a 2000s in terms of their behavior, in terms of how they do their things. So if I have the confidence that God has worked on me and I'm not an AMA 2000, then you should also believe that God is working on someone else. In as much as they may have been born after 2000, to be someone who is perfect and ready for marriage.
Thank you so much, Mr Mrs Mpeta, for joining us today's episode. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was Mr. and Mrs Mpeta with their love story. Much can be drawn from their testimony. No matter what comes along the way, true love conquers all. Prayer, friendship, the will to change, and giving 100%. All these bars strengthen and cultivates a blooming relationship that ultimately enters into the holy matrimony. That was for today. Thank you so much for joining us in today's episode, The Story Behind. Feel free to give us your comments in the comment section below. Tell us your story. Do follow us on our Facebook page, Show Me God Ministries. Do visit our website page, showmegodministries.org. Till we meet next time, I'm Katleko and the crew behind the scenes. Take care.